Warning. What you are about to see and hear is for entertainment purposes only. The opinions expressed on the show are our opinions and do not reflect the views of BTW21 or its staff. Ladies and gentlemen, Daniel and Chad.
People are looking for something real. God is looking for someone real. Just be real. We are here on the Be Real podcast. We are your host, Daniel Lewis, Brother Chad Hudson.
That's me. Hello.
Yes. We have a very special guest with us today. Actually, we have a guest that's come back.
A recurring guest,
but a special guest that she has brought with her.
Yeah.
Her specialist guest. Well, she's got two specialist guests, I guess.
Well,
we
Laura,
got one of the specialist guests.
Laura has been here twice. Three?
I have three, yeah.
She has
I have
three shows?
No, she's been here too,
Kids.
but she's got 3 kids.
Oh, 3 kids. I was talking about on the
Throwing
show.
numbers around.
I don't know what
was
numbers
throwing
we're
that around
talking about. You got
everywhere,
3 children, but you've been on the show twice already,
She's
right?
got 3 specialist guests, but she's only been on the show twice.
All 3 are here?
No, just one.
Just one. The oldest one.
The oldest one.
Who is that?
That is Sophia Blair. How you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah. Can you introduce yourself right in that camera right there?
Hello, I'm Sophia Blair,
And
and
how old are
author.
you?
I'm 15.
And you're an author?
Yes, I am the author of that book right there.
We have this book
Yes,
right here.
Mary Mirage.
I'm looking forward to reading this.
We talked about it when your mother was on the air.
Right, we got a picture of it.
Right.
There you go.
There it is.
Now, how old were you when you wrote this? Before we get into the depth.
I was 14.
14 years old when you wrote this.
Yes, I was 14 years old. It was published on my 15th birthday, and
Get a little closer to the microphone.
Now, your mother talked a little bit about the book when she was on the air.
yes,
If we go back to episode
3.
3, episode 3, and she said there was a little personal stuff that was on there that was kind of hard for her to read.
yeah. A lot of my close family had a hard time reading it than like friends and just maybe strangers who would buy the book, because it's based off of real events. It's based off of experience, but it's kind of twisted in a way to be like a fictional, more interesting story.
Mm-hmm.
But
And that happens in a lot of true stories,
yeah,
is
yeah.
that they do bend a little bit to have a good outcome on the story. But your mother said it was very hard to read a few of the things because she realized how personal they were.
Yeah.
So explain to us what's the book about?
The book is about what it's like to, when you're becoming a young woman, you go
Which I know nothing about.
Amen.
Absolutely nothing.
Amen.
you go through a little phase where you might lose yourself a little bit, trying to figure out who you are and what you like, and you might want to get into a relationship too, maybe experiment a little. And this book is about what it's like to go through a toxic relationship and how it feels to overcome the feelings that you might feel.
Wow, that's some deep teenage stuff.
Yeah.
Right there.
Absolutely.
Right. And I'm so grateful that you're smart enough to realize. So before we get started, I know your mom's here too. Thank you for being on here.
No,
No problem.
Yeah,
Happy to be here.
she's got some backup.
Why don't we introduce her again? Because I know
Yes.
that it's
Nobody
been.
knows
She
who I am.
is.
Yeah, you
Oh,
do.
yeah.
Oh, you are wanted.
That's a lie.
You are wanted. I hear people all the time asking about, hey, when
Right.
can I get an
She's
appointment?
got the
My
one of the
friends.
top views of our shows.
Absolutely.
She is definitely
Where they
awesome,
sold their
awesome stuff. So yeah, let's hear a little bit about Mama, and then we'll get on into daughter. So Mama,
What's been going on?
What's been
How's
going
things been going since the last time you've been
you
here?
get ready to move? Can you say that? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I can say that. I am in the process of looking for a new location for my tattoo studio. I have outgrown the location that I am in. I brought on another artist, and we work fine within the confines of my very small studio together. But I've had a few other people that are interested in coming on too, you know,
Nice.
and joining the crew, and I don't have space for them.
So for those that don't know, you're a tattoo artist, very professional tattoo artist. Let me just say this:
The cleanliness.
I mean,
the-
this
the-
is. I mean, we
to the
we,
book.
right? When I was over there getting my tattoo from you, thank you so much. We had a discussion, and it's not one of those like when I was in my 20s. It was a in and out kind of thing, like side street freak show tattoo parlor.
I had a
kinda
guitar
thing.
string and some pen ink.
This is not a jailhouse tattoo.
Right, no,
She
this
is
is
a professional
Right.
tattoo artist and thoroughly enjoy her work. You can go check her out. Blue Tattoo.
Right.
Blue Tattoo Studio.
Yeah,
that's
Blue
the
Tattoo
name.
Studios. Check it out on Google Maps. Check it out on her.
Now, what episode
whatever
did I
you
go
got.
get mine? Because
I think it was,
that
oh no, that was later. She was on here the third episode, and then later you got yours.
I can't remember, but if you
12.
could go back and check maybe episode
12, yeah,
12,
we
you
showed.
go back there and check it out. The cleanliness of the place,
Oh my
to
gosh!
the books, to the place,
It's like
and
a
the
doctor's
artistry to
office.
the place. It was just great. That is
She goes by the book.
that is different than anything I've gotten before.
That's what
how it
really
should be done.
impressed me because after 23, I hadn't had, Chad, I have not had a tattoo in 23 years.
Yeah.
And I never thought about another one. I kind of wanted another tattoo. But when we met her and the way the professionalism was, the beautifulness of the tattoo,
Right.
the cleanliness of the artwork, and also the studio, I mean, it just kind of, I was like, this is right.
I was
This is
intrigued
what
by
I
the
need to do.
artwork. You
Yes.
know, we told her
Right.
I was like, hey,
Right.
this is what I want, and then she's over there.
Right.
And before you know it, she had exactly what I
Exactly
wanted.
what
so
you
they
envisioned.
in tuned with the customer is just great.
Yes.
With your facility.
I do my best. I'm a custom
Very
artist.
humble. Look at her.
Right. Later. That's what I do. That's what I do.
I just do my job. I just do the best I can.
She's on Reeve Road now,
Right.
but this is
Currently.
again this is current. Yeah,
For a little
right
while
now, for a little
longer.
while longer. She's on Reeve
Not
Road.
long.
So when you were on the show last time, I had asked you if any of your children have gained your artistic ability, and you brought up your daughter.
Yeah.
I did.
You brought up your daughter, and you brought up the book that she wrote. You brought up Sophia, and that's all in tuned. I think the artwork, drawing, writing, writing songs, music. I think that's all in the same category of being an artist.
It does. Usually, when you hear about an artist, grandma or mama, they could play by ear.
Right.
You know, you got this piano work but she's got the artistic of the book and
Right.
probably the drawing too. Well, she did have the
Yeah,
drawing.
she-
I saw the drawing
I
on
saw
the
some drawings,
Yeah, I
yeah.
saw some drawings on the
Absolutely.
wall there. She's like, she don't think she's an artist, and I was like,
No, she's always
She's
saying
doodling.
that she wishes she could draw like me, and she just draws like her. And she does like
Right.
watercolors and stuff too, and I despise watercolors. So you know, she does stuff that I can't do on paper, and the way that she creates imagery with words, I think, is something, especially for her age, she has this unique talent for.
right.
She's a little wordsmith, you know. That's something that most 15-year-olds
No.
They're not. That's not even something that's on their radar yet.
Right.
And she's been speaking in complete sentences since she was less than a year old, so I guess it shouldn't have come as a surprise.
Wow. Super smart from the beginning.
Oh yeah, she came out talking. I'm pretty sure.
So let's get back into her, Sophia. How does a book come about? You said you was 14 years old when you wrote this?
Yes.
How in the world does a book come about at 14 years old?
Did you start writing it as a book, or did you just start writing for
Journal
or
notes?
your information, or how did it come
Sorry,
about?
we're all just coming at you like, what?
That's okay.
Jealous.
It's giving me time to think about my answer.
It's all good. Take your time.
But well, ever since I was maybe like 11 or 12, I've been writing little poetry.
No.
You know, like little And I would go downstairs and I would bring them to my mom or bring them to my grandma, and they would be like, "Wow, that's such good writing for your age," and that kind of stuck a little bit.
Right.
So when I went through such a big experience like I did, there was just a lot of feelings, and you get to go somewhere.
Yeah.
And it kind of I just started writing. I typed it up on my laptop, and I sent it to my Mimi, who is a publisher. And
Mimi is grandma?
My mother,
yes, my grandma.
she
Grandma.
has a not-for-profit publishing agency that she runs, and she
Nice.
sent the
Mimi. I love it.
She didn't want to be a grandma. She
Yeah.
wanted to be Mimi.
I got a Nana.
So
That's my
she-
wife's Nana. Sorry. Anyway, Mimi, I just love the different names. My grandma was Mima. I was like, this woman is not my grandma. She's my Mima.
There's a difference.
There's a
There is a major difference when you give usually the older crowd gives the little ones a nickname, but when the little ones give the person the nickname, it means a lot to them. So I know your Mimi meant a lot to you.
She does.
Cool.
But yeah, I sent it to her, and she thought it was amazing and that it would help, other young girls out there.
Right.
So it came to be, and it was published on August 8th.
August 8th.
And now it's
And
here.
what year?
It was published
Last year.
So
Last year.
August 8th, 2021. That was her
Really?
15th birthday was the day that it started. It was
no,
actually
2022.
2022.
2022.
Yeah, 2022.
I know time.
I know. That's right. It's 2023 now. Anyway,
right,
yeah, so
time.
2022. August 8th, 2022. It was her 15th birthday. That was when it was.
And we had you scheduled to be on here a little bit later because I definitely wanted to read this before you got on here, and I wanted to know all about it.
And I
but
didn't.
now that I have that, we didn't, we got you on here sooner than later because I know when you're a teenager, and which you still are.
Life is changing.
Life
it's
is-
going 100 miles per
So
hour.
while it was fresh in our minds, I said, I'm just going to reach out to you, Mama, and ask you if you would come out here, which I'm so glad you did. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, no,
Now,
thank you. Love
would,
it.
Would you say that these are situations that were negative that you have wrote about, or are they positive? That
Tell us
you
about the
wrote-
book.
Tell us about the book a
Tell us
little
about it. Like, what you got going on in here?
It's
Lost.
a lot about perspective, but it's like the feeling that you get in your mind when you are going a little crazy.
Really?
When you've been through a few things and you're working through it in your head, and it's
Do you want to get personal and talk about those things? I don't want to put you on the spot. Now you don't have to because I've been through some stuff myself.
I think
And,
everyone has, and I
well,
think
How
that's
many
what.
spoilers do you want to give away?
Right.
Well, they will definitely have to read it. But
well, the thing about the book is,
BBB.
a lot of
333.
the stuff in it, isn't as raw as it might have been in real life. So I appreciate that when people read my book, they might actually be able to interpret that into their own situations
Right.
and think of the character as themselves. I love it. Rather than me telling my experiences and it being about me.
Oh my God, she's super smart for her. age,
15.
isn't she?
Right. That's
Right.
that is a great
How old
answer.
are you again?
15.
Great answer.
I have to kind of keep asking her because it's like talking to a 20-year-old.
I told you this.
25.
I
Right,
told
you
you.
told me. You told me.
He
You
was
told
like, I want
me.
to have your daughter on the show. I was
Right.
like, you're going to have to remind
15
yourself how
years
old she is
old.
the whole time.
So you are a student at Bassett, from what I
Yes,
understand?
I am. Not the best student, actually. I struggle with a few mental health issues, and I'm not there a lot. not a good trait of mine, but that's why I'm going online, and I'm going
next
to.
year she's going online because she made A's and B's all this
Yeah.
last school year. She did great. She just wouldn't go to class.
Yeah.
So we had some struggles
It
there,
happens.
and we decided we would remedy that by doing the K-12 program.
Well, thank you
this
for
coming
being so
year.
open about that, because I know a lot of
Yeah,
people
It's a
struggle.
So many
My
people
daughter is
struggle.
the same exact way. She just graduated last year, but she had some issues. She's been through a lot, and probably a little bit what we've talked about, kind of the same stuff.
Well, I think public school is for the norm, and then you have people that are extraordinary and extra gifted,
Right.
And they don't fit in. You know,
They don't.
They don't fit into the norm.
Well, they
of
try to
things.
take those extra gifted and dumb them down to, well, not
Right.
dumb them down, I'm sorry. Try to
categorize them over
categorize
there.
them and get them down to the other. Everybody needs to be on a certain level.
Right.
That's the way the public school system is. We do no longer do we have kids on the same exact level. They are a range of levels, and then our public school system's right here. So anyway, tell us a little bit more about the book, if you don't mind. We'll give it
What do
away.
you want to know about?
I want to know,
Better get
like,
to work on
you wrote it, you started writing it. What'd you say? How old were you?
I was 14.
14 years old.
Yes.
And it wasn't never a book, but you wanted it. I mean, you just started writing basically a journal,
It was like a journal.
like a journal.
Yeah.
And then it gets into several pages of journal. And then
And it becomes a small book.
it becomes a small book.
Small book.
That's great. Exactly.
She's
what
like,
you're
Daniel,
saying.
you should have read it
You
first.
should read it.
I know, I wanted to. I'm so
book.
sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Are
That
you,
is part of it. I made it small on purpose because, I mean, it could have been bigger. It could have had more words. You know, there could always be more.
right,
But
always.
I thought a lot of people my age have trouble focusing on books.
Yes.
And just focusing on things. This
Totally
generation's
agree.
attention span is this big.
Right.
So, and I know that myself. So
Mm-hmm.
I made it a small book. So, you know, that's been a really big help to people my age when they want to read my book. They can finish it within a few hours.
I love it.
And they love that. 'Cause
Yes.
They feel like they can take in the information more.
Well, I love it too, so I can just read right through this.
It's like a little afternoon's read.
Yeah.
It is.
It's
like
pretty fast paced, and I wouldn't say it necessarily comes out like a story. I mean, kind of.
You have to pay attention. It's kind of like it reminds me a lot of the way Alice in Wonderland is.
Oh yeah.
She's trying to figure out if she was actually dreaming or if she actually fell down a rabbit hole or, you know, it's all
Wow.
about perspective. It
Wow.
is.
So you as a mama, I know you're very proud of your daughter
Mm-hmm.
that's come out with this book, but when you read it, I think it meant a lot more than what she thought when she was writing it,
Yeah.
because you see it in a different light. You see it as the mom
I do.
of the author.
It's like watching, you know, well, it's not even a watching. It's reading your incredibly eloquent child's words trying to paint a pretty picture out of her own painful
Life, decipher her
experiences.
life,
Yeah.
basically.
So, was there something in the book that you were unaware of that kind of put you
No.
forward your look?
She tells me everything.
Well,
That's great.
That is
Yes.
It's a double-edged sword. No, she tells me everything.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's a good bond to have.
We besties.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
I love
great.
that she does. I do. I would much rather it be that than her to not feel comfortable telling me
I
things.
don't really do a lot too, honestly. I
She
really stay in
doesn't.
the house.
She doesn't.
I'm a
She's-
couch potato.
She likes to hang out at
couch
home.
potato.
Her friends come and see us.
Yeah, no, I don't
She
go. I
doesn't
don't go anywhere. I like to
places.
sit on the couch and
It's a
draw.
good thing, in my opinion.
Sit on the couch and draw.
Yep, and eat chips.
And eat chips.
That's me.
She is quite the homebody. But yeah, there wasn't any like particular event that I recognized as being based in truth that surprised me. It was just the way that she worded things and the way that her perspective of these things and how she explained them, that it was like,
So you could
It was-
say this helped you being a mama? To her?
yeah, kind of.
'Cause you
Yes,
kinda
could say
seen-
that, see things from her perspective.
Right.
It was painful to read, especially the first couple chapters. Just
So
because
very personal, I
remembered
would
some
say.
of the things that she was talking about, and she did elaborate some. You know, I mean, it's not like she said, it is loosely based on real events, but it goes on a little further. But some of the things that she used in telling her story in the book were painful events. And there's a lot of guilt, I think, as a parent. Anytime your kids go through some crap, especially if it involves you.
Right.
I know we're not.
There's the honesty I was looking
100%.
for. There you
Yeah,
go.
we're not 100%
There you
in
go.
control of every single thing that our kids
Right.
experience or
Right.
see or involved in, and that sucks.
Yeah,
as a
it
parent,
does
because you
suck.
want them to be happy and the world to be perfect for them, but you
Right.
can't have it that way. So this was like it was hard to read. It was very hard to read, but because you don't, I didn't want to really have to experience from her point of view the painful events that she'd been through. You know what I
Right.
mean? But
Right.
at the same time, the fact that she decided to put it all in a book and she decided to heal from it.
That's amazing.
And we're both in therapy. We both, are aware of a lot of the things that we've been through and the way that the things have affected us.
Yeah.
To be that self-aware of it, I feel like we're doing everything that we can. I am as her parent, and she is just learning and healing and
I
moving
think that's
forward.
the biggest thing, self-awareness of the situation, whatever situation it is.
You can't. I couldn't help but be proud of her ability to put things into words. I mean, she's got an innate ability there.
Well,
She's
I
got
really
a
wish that
talent.
I had read the book before we did the show,
Yeah.
so I had a
Planned
little
on
bit more
doing
than
that. But
go
we
about
wanted to
it.
get her on here so fast because I know how time goes.
Right, she's probably writing the next book.
Well, she is actually.
See,
She
I
could
told
talk about
you.
that too.
That's what I was going to ask.
So let's talk
I was
about
gonna
it.
Save
You're
it.
writing again? Well, we're here.
Well,
Do it.
Here,
I'm working on a
let's do it.
children's book right now.
Children's book.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
The writing for the children's book is done. It's just the illustrations take some time.
Yeah.
And then I'm working on a poetry book just full of poetry that I've written over the years. And I feel like that it probably won't get published until much later on because I'd like to, go through more things and write more things
A
and
little more
a
experience
little
on
more
some things.
experience.
15 years old, man. God, only been on Earth for 15 years.
Writing books.
Writing books
Right, that's
already.
great.
Just, I mean, to her, she's like, whatever, you old guys.
Anyone can do
You don't even know, you old men, what I've been through.
I think anyone could write a book. I mean, it doesn't even have to be about anything you've been through. You could write a book about, something happy. You could write a book about,
Yeah.
your pet dog.
To put that experience into the world.
All you have to do is put your mind to it. You can do it.
Right. I got 3 pet dogs, so that's 3 books right there, probably.
I'm a cat girl.
I got 7
You're a
kids.
cat girl?
That's
We have
7
cats.
books.
You a cat woman?
Oh yeah, we're cat girls.
Yeah, we have cats.
We crazy cat ladies.
I work too much to have a dog.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Crazy
it's
cat?
okay.
I'm
Did-
sorry.
Did you just say crazy cat ladies?
Oh yeah.
Crazy cat lady.
She's proudly crazy cat lady over here.
Proud cat
We'll have
lady.
to get you a shirt. This is
I'll tell you. Yeah.
Right. This dude, he takes care of cats. He shaves their rear ends.
there's
First time I ever met him. I
videos
think
of
it was-
that.
Yeah. First time I ever met him, he was shaving a cat's rear end. We got a picture there of the back of the book, and I want to show that why I asked this.
I'd love to
question.
talk about it. Yeah.
Yes,
we got a
please.
picture.
Look at that.
Oh, look at that.
All right. You
That is
were in
on
or somebody's in a raft.
Is that the
So-
Smith River? What is that?
It is Dan.
The Dan River.
Danbury.
Danbury. So what's in Danbury?
It's all right.
It's in North Carolina.
Yeah. Dan River.
The Dan
That's
River?
the Dan River.
Probably.
There we go.
They all go
That's
down
the
through
Dan
there.
Yeah. It is, those two pictures
go.
go together.
Yes.
So in that picture, I'm on the river.
That's you.
That I'm talking
And that's
about.
on the back of the book.
That I'm
Cool.
talking about in the book. So
Oh.
at the end of the book, I'm floating down a river, and it's sort of like what ties, the whole experience all
I
together.
don't even know what we're talking about. I haven't read the book. I don't.
I
You're
can read
saying
a few
this-
things.
Will you
Want me
read
to
a few things?
Yeah.
Why don't we wait until the next half of the show and then we'll
got
have
you,
you
yes.
read a few things. That will be great.
I got
will
you.
love that.
I would love it too.
Right.
I would
Read
love
some
it.
excerpts.
So right,
Just
exactly.
to help
So
explain.
so that's you on the float. Now
Yes.
who's the other picture that's
Show the
combined
picture.
there?
That's me as a little girl.
Really?
That's you.
Yep, that's baby
Okay.
Soph.
He's
Blonde?
a baby soap.
Blonde?
Oh yeah, I'm a natural blonde.
Me too. Till 7.
Not me.
Everybody could tell.
I'm a natural bald.
He's a natural bald.
But it comes.
I'm a
natural.
natural blue.
You wish.
So that's you as a girl. We have some broken glass, broken mirror.
Yes.
Broken,
In the mirror, it has a lot to do with mirrors.
yeah.
A lot
Really?
of the sort of fairy tale like experiences in the book are triggered by mirrors.
Okay. Now,
Wow.
with that,
That's where the title comes from.
Yeah.
Mirrored Mirage.
I just need to read it. I have no clue what the heck I'm talking about here.
That's why she's
But-
here.
Right. Now, are these stories of your younger person of you, or is this dealing with...
My child's self is it's in the book. Like my
Fiction, nonfiction.
Yeah, sort of.
Right?
Fiction with a little bit of truth.
Yes.
Let's say it like that.
It's written like it's not necessarily me, but it's someone else.
Mm.
And that girl, Autumn, she meets her child self. And her child self helps her through some of the things that she's been through and to help her bring her back to herself.
Well, I got to say
Nice.
that I'm just going to give you some information that will never stop. That child self of you maybe helped you through this, but it will never stop. I'm almost 50 years old, and the child self, Chad, shut the heck up. What was that? What was
Trying to have
that?
a chick flick
Sorry, I
moment.
was
50 years old,
get some water.
and that 8-year-old Chad is still healing this 50-year-old man.
Your
So
inner
that will
child is
never
always
stop,
there.
right? It will always be there. So I look forward to more stories and more adventures. I have to read this. This is going to
Yeah,
be good.
this is going to be really good. Before we go to break,
I had a lot of healing as a kid. I had a lot of trauma and a lot of healing. So I'm going to.
that's kind of what brought us together. We could sit here and just have a little
Right.
show on just me and you. We got,
Right.
you know, I guess everybody goes through
every
some
every
stuff,
single buddy goes through.
but there's
and
some
that's why-
hardcore
That's why we need to read books
stuff
like this.
that we've been
people.
through, right? Other people,
have
and
gone
realize we're not alone. We're not alone in this world. So we're going to take a break here in just a minute. Before we go to the break, and I'm going to mention this in the second half also. Where can we get the book?
Well, it is for sale on Barnes & Noble and
Nice.
Amazon, but I would personally prefer if you guys get it from the actual Purchase Press website.
Say it again. Purchase Press.
Purchaspress.com.
It's on the back of the
Oh,
book.
it's on the back.
It's on the back of the book.
Okay, okay, I see
That's
it.
the publisher.
Contact
We'll put it
us
in the bottom.
and we'll get it to you.
Yeah.
We'll get it
Yes.
to
We'll
that.
put it in the bottom.
If you look up Purchase Press online, you're going to find the website.
Purchase.
Order it directly from the publisher. That way that Sophie gets more money that way.
Nice.
Oh yes.
But she'll get more money if they come over to your shop, right? Can they get it blue tattoo?
Yes.
Even though she's appointment only, if you see the open sign.
What'd you do? You tore it up. You flipped it upside down and you smacked it around.
I don't know.
All right. Well,
if you see the,
let's go to break.
Time for a break.
There you go.
if you
You
see
fixed it. There you
There
go.
we go. If you see the open sign over there, Blue Tattoo on Reeves Road, it's just right across from Rural King. You can go up there, knock on the door,
I don't want to.
and say, "I want a copy of The Mirrored Mirage" by Sophia Blair.
The Mirror Mirage.
Say it again.
The Mirror.
The Mirrored Mirage. There you go.
Have we got the 2-minute
Want to get
warning?
it out there? Yes, we
Shania,
did.
did you give us?
Yes, but I want to make sure we're going to put it in the link below on the YouTube video. So go down there and click it. And I'm getting me a copy today. This is actually my copy now, so I can bend it and fold it and
Yes.
bookmark it.
We'll buy it right now.
Yeah, we're buying it.
I don't know if it's a game of Twister, but
Yeah.
Game of Twister. Let's take a break.
We'll be right back. We'll be right back.
Please like and subscribe. We appreciate it. Thank you.
And we're back. Thank you for joining us. We greatly appreciate you. Please like and subscribe. You've heard it before.
That helps.
That really does help. We're just trying in this little world of ours over here in the Martinsville, Henry County area. We are Patrick County boys, just trying to bring it to you, bringing you local people that mean a lot, especially to us. Especially to
Well,
us.
we're going to continue if we get the likes or not.
Yeah,
You know,
we're going to
this-
continue.
This is our life.
Right. This is
our
our
life.
life.
This is
We're
what
just
we
trying
do.
this thing out. We started in January of 2023. Here we are, June. We're halfway through.
June.
Halfway through the year
Summertime.
already. And it didn't feel like summertime until last week.
Right.
It was springish. But we have Miss Sophia Blair with us. She is the author of this magnificent book that I have not yet read, but I have heard so many reviews on it. Looking forward to it because this is my copy. I then told her, I said, look, I'm folding this thing up because it's mine.
My copy got taken,
Your copy got taken.
but that's okay because
She's
you're
going
going
to
to
read.
You're going to
the
read a little
author. Well, we got to get a signature too. I want to get a.
Oh yes,
yeah, please.
absolutely.
Oh, look at that, definitely.
I don't have a pen.
I'm getting.
Now you got a pen?
We got a pen somewhere.
got a
Louise got a pen because I want to get mine signed too for real.
right.
Because she's working on another. She's got a children's book. Eventually, in the future, only
Oh,
50.
Shania brought it out.
Look at
Hey!
Shania, the weather gal.
Yes.
I want to get mine signed on the air, if you don't mind. Yeah,
Here you go.
there you go. Mine is signed live. Not only do I have proof because she signed it, but also on our podcast,
Right.
she's signing it.
Laying it down.
Look at that. You got to put you don't have to put anything special.
I
Just,
would.
just
I would
your
put
name.
something special.
Well, I have to put my signature piece on.
I
My
love it.
signature heart.
I love it. I love it.
Great,
Thank you. It
thank
does
you.
mean a lot to me, for real. Yes, yes, yes.
And I'm
Oh!
going to get one too.
Yes, signature. And you can find these again. And we'll have it at the bottom of the YouTube video.
Clickety clack on the
Clickety
bottom.
clack. Get it going. Prosperous,
Propertious.
precious press.
Propertious.
You got to help me. I'm Patrick County. You know how it goes. I mean, it's just like, you know,
Purpose.
my education does only go so far. Or you can stop by Blue Tattoo and get you one in person. And if she's there, she probably, well, you could hook us up with, you could hook them up with
Shania
a
has
signed
it on the
copy.
TV.
Probably.
It says it
Probably.
right there.
Probably.
Probably. So,
Yeah,
yes.
I know
Barnes
that.
and Noble,
Yeah, the website, Barnes & Noble and Amazon.
Amazon.
But there was one place that you said helped you out more.
If you order
Yeah,
directly
if
from
you
the
order direct-
publisher.
yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah,
Straight
either
from the
directly
publisher.
from the publisher or from
And we'll
my
have-
shop. She gets more money those two
I also
ways.
get to look at
Gotcha.
my statistics.
Directly.
Yeah.
Cash
that's always
money.
fun,
Yeah,
right?
because otherwise Barnes and Noble and Amazon take a cut.
Cash money.
course
Blue
they do.
Tattoo, Reeves Road. Stop by there. Knock on the door.
I'm
When you
here
see
for
the
a
open-
tattoo.
When
No,
you see
no, I'm
when you see the open sign, I'm here for a book.
right.
Her book. So
That's great.
I'm looking forward to reading this. Yes.
Well, you're looking
our-
forward to reading it, but she said she's going to read a little bit to us.
I think
Are you
so.
going to do that for us?
Help explain some of those pictures. Yeah,
You've picked out some.
I have.
Wow. And so you got some pictures throughout. I love the peace symbol. Look at that with a little heart.
That's my signature thing.
That's great.
I love it. My signature thing. God. I have to remember when you was 15 years old, you signed this book because you're coming back, right? When you get super famous,
I suppose, yeah.
suppose.
She won't.
When you get
She won't come back.
super famous, you got to do the podcast
I'll remember
again.
my friends here at Be
Okay.
Real. I got
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
My friends at Be Real.
Yeah.
Yes, 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 yes. I love it. All right. So you're going to read us a little bit, I guess.
Sure.
Is that cool?
Let me see those pictures.
Yeah.
What pictures
Oh,
we got?
Well,
got
we got
pictures.
the raft picture, and
The raft picture,
oh yeah,
Miss Shania. Yeah,
There's
there
the
you go.
raft.
there
Look
we
at-
go.
Love and life.
So, close to the end of the book there. I don't want to spoil the ending, but
This means a lot to you. All of it, I know,
Means a lot to
you,
me.
but- yeah, but I mean, I'm saying in the book, the author, it means a lot to you. Almost the end of the book.
yes.
Okay.
Well, the ending kind of. It's very important that you read the book and then get to the ending on your own. So I don't want to spoil too much of it.
Right. We don't want you to either,
Yeah,
because I haven't read it either, and I don't want to get spoiled.
I don't want to spoil it.
Don't spoil it for me.
I'll give you just a little bit from the book.
A little
so
bit,
you
I
know
love
about
it.
The raft on the back.
If you get a little closer to the microphone.
I do like the raft picture.
Because you have an amazing voice too, and I hope one day that you'll actually read the book, and I can get the audio version.
Make a little audiobook?
Yes, an audio book.
Hey, we can do that.
I would love it.
We could do that.
I would love it because you got a great voice.
Thank you. All right.
Uh-huh.
I'll read a little bit from the book.
Oh, oh.
Hello, Autumn, she said. Unable to speak, I stared at her in disbelief. It's okay. You don't have to say anything, she said. I'd just like to tell you we're going east. We will always go east. She continued. Going in the direction of the sun will never take you from the moon, she smiled. So in the book,
That was a little piece.
that was just a little bit of it from
Right.
My future self who was talking to me.
So you're Autumn.
I'm Autumn. So Autumn was talking to her future self, and she had fallen off of her little raft and kind of went into a dream state in the water and woke up to meet her future self on a raft.
Wow.
And they had a little meeting there.
Hello meeting there. Yeah. Any more you want to share with us?
yeah.
I'm sorry I'm putting you on the spot.
That's okay.
But I enjoy this because you wouldn't believe how many people we've had out here. And they're much, much older than you. You're 15. I just want to remind everybody out there. I have to kind of remind myself because this is like, what? So anyway, they are extremely nervous to be on a podcast. And that's okay. I am too. Look at me.
Right now,
Yeah, I'm always
shitting
nervous.
bricks.
Shitting bricks. You can't say that on.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, get that out of there.
sorry.
Sorry.
Pooping bricks
every time
does
we-
not
yeah.
have the same ring to it.
Or pooping bricks. I got the look from Shania when I said shitting bricks. Oh,
Oh,
sorry.
you did it again.
Can't say shitting. I mean, the
I can't
word.
stop him. I can't stop him. Anyway,
But anyway, there's people that we've had out here, and I love every one of them, but they've been extremely nervous. And I agree with that. Me too. I'm shitting bricks.
yeah, but the writing that she had on
But the writing.
the writing that she had on there was just, like I could tell a story. I could tell a story about me and I mean similar falling off the raft, but the placement of the words and the storytelling,
Right.
you know, that's key.
That's what makes an
seems
author.
to come natural.
Right. That's what makes an author. And we have wrote no books.
I have not a one.
Not a one.
I
She's
read
got
one.
one going out.
I read.
I read one too. I read quite a few actually.
No, I've read.
But anyway, sorry, Sophia.
Okay, so, well, let me tell you a little bit more about some of those other pictures.
Please.
Let me
Which
get
picture?
the,
So we can have it up.
Let me get the one of just the front cover.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Front cover of the
of the book.
book there.
There
Yeah.
she is.
So in that picture, if you look closely, there's actually another picture hidden inside of it.
A face,
So
and then
there I did send a picture in of what that hidden picture is. There it is.
There we go.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
I
Yes.
do see it now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a little
there's a-
Easter egg. So when I was in this toxic relationship, that was actually a picture that he took of me. And so it was actually my Mimi's idea to hide it in the cover of the book, which is my face.
Wow. So we got an Easter egg on the
Yeah.
book.
So I thought that was pretty cool.
Right.
So your Mimi knows what she's doing.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, she does. She knows what
Did
she's
we
doing.
give a shout out to? Did we give her whole name? Did we shout?
Susanna?
No, you haven't, but
No,
you
we
certainly
haven't.
can.
Susanna Eanes.
Her name's Susanna. Susanna Smith, but Susanna Eanes. She has multiple different names depending, because she writes books and stuff too, and then she's
Nice.
also the construction coordinator for the city of Lynchburg.
Wow.
So there's lots of different hats, and she has like her professional name, and then she has her writing name, and then,
Wow.
you know, and then on my Facebook friends list, she's Sophie Pie.
Yeah, that's
So
great.
goodbye.
So that's my mom, and a lot of people don't know that, and a lot of people sit there and argue with her in the comments and stuff on my posts, and I'm just like, that's my mother.
That's my
y'all.
mom. Hey,
She
hey.
will
Wow.
chew you up. Yeah. Stop.
My mother's the same way. You don't mess with her. You're like, whoa, 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 calm down.
Yep. She's a very talented lady as well.
So we just call her Mimi.
Yeah. Do you want to read some more from?
I mean, it's up to
was-
you.
I was going to read
I would love it.
this little bit, which is I think it's a short little line, but it's one of my favorite from the whole book.
Okay. That's what I love to hear right there.
Yeah. The clock continues to spin as we fall through our reflections over and over again. I think maybe this time you'll fall into yourself.
Wow.
So it goes along with the ending of the first chapter, Lost, and it kind of pushes you into the next chapter, Found.
Wow.
The artistry in the wordplay is just amazing
And
to
the
me.
young-
Right. I
like,
tell a story.
I
I'm
don't
like,
wanna
and then we, and she's using words that are just bring you back to the next paragraph. Like it's a wordplay thing.
Right.
It's
And I don't-
it's poetry.
Right. I just don't want to keep pointing out how young she is, but it just amazes me that she's only 15 right now. And she wrote this 13, 14, and without the years up until her age of 14 when she got it published, that it just blows my mind.
But one thing I would like to ask, and I'm a little bit worried about.
What's up?
I love it.
What's up? See that? What's up? Is do you feel that you will be able to write in the future without the pain? I think there's a lot of musicians out there. There's a lot of writers out there, songwriters out there that have to go through that pain to write what they feel. Do you feel that you will be able to write something without that, travesty in your life? Or
That's a good question.
That's a hard question.
I feel like
Very hard. Thanks, Chad.
pain does give you motivation to write things, but so do good experiences. And there's other things about me and other things that inspire me to write. I love nature. A lot of my poetry is like nature related, kind of like mythology kind of related to. I like fantasy. I like to think there's more to the world than, money and business
Society.
and society.
right, absolute society.
I don't only write sad things. I do have other writing, like my children's book. It's coming up. It's not sad. It's not sad. I
Well,
wouldn't say it's sad.
that is great. That is, I write a little bit of music. I play guitar and I write songs. But I have found that those songs are only to experiences that I was trying to get out of me, that I've dealt with and that were hardships and that I was trying to release. Once I've got past that, now I have writer's block.
understand.
Now that stuff isn't as emotional, isn't as raw as I was writing as a 20-year-old child, and now I don't feel like I have anything right. So if
So you're saying everything's going good now? There's
well,
no more
not
trauma.
everything's going good, but you know what? It is.
It is.
It is going
brother.
good, and I'm not.
Praise
you
God.
know, I praise God, and a lot of
Yes.
people, look at me and they think I have all my stuff together, but I don't. There's hardship, but I do have that kind of writer's block because most of my younger writings were of hard times. But I'm glad to see and hear that you're writing kids' books and it's not just that emotion,
She's moving forward.
that it's happy emotions and good feeling emotions as well.
Right.
Yeah.
I think she realizes the talent that she has and that she's
hope
moving
so.
forward and what she's got to give to other people. I love it.
That's
This is a blessing, I would say, to a lot of especially teenagers.
I have had actually young, middle school girls, even fifth graders. I've had a fifth grader
Wow.
had a phone reach out to me.
That's
that read
great.
My book. I have an online version of my book where you can pull it up in a document.
Really?
And she read it.
Oh, wow.
And that, I almost cried.
Yeah, they get younger and younger. It blows my mind as
Yeah.
young as they are. I got a 14-year-old granddaughter, and she blows my mind the way she thinks. Even before she turned 14 years old, it was just kind of I guess a wake up to. I didn't realize I was like that at 14, and probably because I'm a guy. I think women experience more, just in my opinion. Women experience more of the emotional changes, and guys just kind of, yeah, whatever. Let's go shoot something.
I think as guys we're taught to put that behind
Let's
us.
go kill something.
As men, I think we're taught to put that behind us and throw throw it in the back door.
Right. But it's not like we don't think about it.
I have 2 daughters now, and I have been, I have 7 children. I have 5 boys, and it was just to this last 5 years that I have a daughter. So this is all new to me. So I really feel that reading a book for myself is going to open my eyes to what she might face in a few years as
She
well.
will. Yeah.
So you're not just benefiting the young lady that might read your book, but you're also benefiting the old man that's going to read that book.
Old
and
man.
maybe
Old.
I said it already.
Oh, sorry.
I already said old man.
said old,
you
old.
don't have to.
Old,
Like
old.
an old married couple over here.
But it will help me with understanding her and what she might be going through and open her eyes. So I
Right.
do appreciate this a lot.
Thank you. I actually haven't thought about that.
Yeah.
So that's great. Do you have something else you might want to read on there? Maybe the beginning.
Author's,
we went through the
author's
end.
Some
note.
at the beginning, yeah.
Yeah, we
that
went
way
through
you're not
the-
necessarily spoiling anything. Give
Right.
them a teaser.
Right.
Definitely a teaser. I
Let
mean,
me
if you
see
want,
here.
it's up to you. We can just continue.
She has a
on.
great reading voice.
She does.
So that's
All
why
right,
you
just
should.
wanted to read the whole book.
Right. That's
We'll just have
maybe
story
we
time,
can do
and
that.
she
We
read
could
the
do.
whole book, and then you don't have to go home and read it. You'll
We
just,
could do this.
No, I'm
story
reading this
time.
thing.
We
Like,
could
for
do-
real.
I'll read 3 pages.
Please
here.
do.
The little introduction.
Read.
Yeah. Great.
The world from a child's eyes is art and fairy tales, or something like that. It's almost like Once Upon a Time was written across the sky in glitter and pixie dust. Life was vibrant and lively. The feeling of your small toes digging into the ground beneath you was unbelievable, and the sun beating down on your face was comforting. Those yellow rays of light left streaks of pink covering your tiny body that would have surely had your mother looking down on you like you've just committed a crime. Nonetheless, you've got the point. It's as if every day is a dream. You don't remember the bad parts, falling and scraping your knee, the yelling after that glass bottle is thrown out the window, or wiping your mother's tears. I don't think you even remember your father most days. The mind works funny like that. An endless loop of thought, an endless vision of the unknown, and a small child waiting somewhere in the memories for you to make them proud. But me? I don't think my life looks much like a work of art. It's not a bad life. It's actually very lovely. I'm sure many people would wish for my life. But it's not my life I'm living. No, I believe I've left a long time ago. I'm writing this from my mind, a little corner in my skull, with a window, a lamp, and a tall glass of nostalgia. I wonder most days how I got myself trapped here. It's as if I'm waiting for a white rabbit with a clock to come looking for me, or a handsome prince to take my hand and dance me out of this hell. But those are just fairy tales, and this is reality. My name is Autumn, and I'm not real. That probably confused you, or perhaps you understand what it's like to not exist, to be your childhood friend or your first love, to be the people you obsessed over or the pretty lady down the street. It's an act of terrible ignorance to lose your breath to provide other lungs, and it's an act of sickening vengeance to become exactly what our mothers feared as they watched us grow. Teenagers. We're our own cluster of potential, just a pair of eyes and lips that will most likely get us in trouble. Not yet adults, but no longer children. It's an odd compromise of hormones. The truly odd thing, however, is some of us are not children, or adults, or even teenagers. We're simply everything and nothing all at once. We're not here. Like a ghost, haunting those who still love us and our fiery souls trapped in a burning body, a teenage body. Some of us have crossed the line of what we were supposed to be and what we are, looking for something deeper. Now we are stuck in our bodies and trapped in our minds in an uncontrollable illusion of perception. And every day it's the same thing all over again. You'd think that would make it easier because it's familiar, no surprises. But that's not the point. The more familiar it becomes, the more detached you are. You've been here before, you'll never be here again. Not really, because you never leave. It's like you're getting farther and farther away from yourself, like a ghost who reaches out to touch the glass and ends up passing through the mirror to the other side, all the while looking back at yourself and seeing nothing, because no one's really there. And yet you remember. You remember someone sometime, maybe long ago, maybe far away, or maybe it was in a dream. Dreams aren't real, but you know, I've met people that first appeared to me in dreams. No, really, I did. Maybe they were all the same person, a mirage, someone conjured up from inside myself, who looked back at me when I least expected it.
Wow.
Just when you hear that,
He went kerplooey,
You ever
guys.
seen
he
that?
did go kablooey.
Right.
He went kablooey.
I went kablooey, man.
You broke Daniel.
Yeah, I'm broke. I quit.
You know,
Good gravy.
it's
Wow.
the vocabulary in that is just you could just picture. It's like a movie playing in your head when you hear these
Right,
words.
I was like listening. I was like
that-
wanted to keep going.
Right, man. You got to put that on audio tape.
Yeah,
you
you
got to
do.
let people like me listen to it.
Right. I'm
I
gonna
might
read
do
it
that.
plus
I've
I
had
want the
a few people
audio.
now tell me I should make an audio book like
Yes.
that and actually talk.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is great.
I just don't know anybody that's not watching us right now that was listening to that does not go, I wanted to hear her finish.
Right,
Daniel.
What's the next?
Daniel, you
what-
messed it all up. But I mean, like for real. For real, for real. Phew. Gosh.
I think in a lot of ways,
I love
especially
it.
that the introduction, it shows you the mental health struggles that you feel, you know, especially as a teenager with anxiety issues. Or depression issues, or you know, and those are so common amongst
Yes.
teenagers, especially nowadays. And you can feel it if you've experienced that, and you know
Right.
exactly where she's coming from
Right.
with it. You can put yourself in her shoes.
Yes.
Be like, my gosh, I feel like I've looked at myself from the outside before too. It's just wild.
Well, for me, even if you haven't lived through it, the description of her words and how she lays it out, you feel it.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
that's just
Thank
amazing.
you.
Is this mine?
Yes.
Yeah, it's
you
yours.
very much.
Dang it, I want that now. She didn't read that one
No,
on
this is the one. This
It's
is mine.
gonna cost more one.
it.
It's the one she read on air.
This is the one she read
Right.
right here.
Daggone it.
My capping.
Yeah, I'll get it.
Okay.
I'll
No, you
get
won't.
it from you.
I'll fight you.
Oh,
I don't condone violence.
Me neither.
No violence.
Me neither, but I'll fight you.
So anyway, I guess that's going to do it for us.
Did we get the...
No, we haven't got any finger, but you know,
Shania, how much time we got?
we got some time.
Huh? 5
5.
minutes.
I figured it was about right there.
All right, we're there.
I do want to express again, and we talked about at the end of the last half and the first of this half about where you can get this, and I'm going to have it at the bottom of the YouTube channel,
Amazon.
Amazon, Barnes and Noble, and I can't say it.
Propertious Press.
Purchase Press.
Precious press.
We'll have the link at the very bottom. I'm sorry, I can't even say Laura right.
Laura Blair's
Laura, I had trouble with Laura. So
Blue
Proportious.
Tattoo.
Proportious is just that's pushing it for me. I'm sorry. And or you can stop by Blue Tattoo Studio when the open sign is and just knock on the door and say, "Hey, can I please have your daughter's book?"
And hopefully, when I move to the new studio, you're not going to have to do the whole knocking on the door and waiting thing.
So you're moving.
Hopefully, I will have
Come
a
on in.
bigger studio that you can just walk in.
So you're
Maybe
Be
I'll
a
even have.
receptionist. Me.
What? You?
I know, she wants to be
Oh.
my receptionist.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
we'll see about that. But
so you're saying I didn't want to say this, but you're possibly moving uptown Martinsville.
I would love to. I'm going to try. I'm going
You
to do my
gonna
best.
see what's happening up there.
Do my
Oh,
best.
you know?
Well, if we could support you anyway, we would love to.
And the
appreciate
author
it.
is going to be your receptionist,
Yeah.
maybe.
Maybe. If you want to DM me personally about the book, actually, you can find me on Instagram, all lowercase, Neptune, 2 Soph, 2 like the number.
And we'll put that on there too.
Yes.
I've
Because
never,
I'm
I've
not
never
into the
Instagram.
Instagram. I'm not
Yeah,
into the
you can
the
follow
DM.
her on Insta.
What's DM? It's
DMs, it's like the
Direct
messaging
message.
Direct
on
message, okay.
Instagram, because that's what
I'm
I'll see
old,
first.
man.
Yeah, you
I'm
can.
gotta
bad
like
about
that,
checking
yeah.
my phone.
Nobody's ever been in my DMs.
I ain't
I've
got no
never-
DMs.
I don't
either.
have a DM. I need to get a DM.
A DM.
a DM.
DM.
A DM.
A singular DM.
A singular DM.
Is it plural? DMs? I need to get one of those DMs.
This is the book. This is where she was just reading from. We're loving it, and I'm
great.
kind of actually
It's
that I'm
great
glad
stuff.
I didn't read it, because hearing it from her, I'm like,
Now it's something exciting to look forward to.
right,
Right.
and I'm doing this.
But
doing it.
It
I
can
do
be a
want
bit of a
to,
tearjerker.
right.
Oh,
I do
bet.
want to thank you.
From Mama, tearjerker from
I
Mama.
do want to thank you for what I'm about to read.
You're welcome.
Because like I said, my daughters, I've never had a daughter before, and now I have two of them. I've always been with boy.
Well, welcome to hell.
That's what I've seen so far.
Great.
But
We do our best.
they are definitely my babies, my favorites, my girls, and I think this would help me. And we just got the 2-minute warning.
I got the
I
finger.
thank you for coming back out. It's always
Yes.
great to see you. I got to get Katie on the books, and we still got to get her
it's good
that
to see you
too.
Thank you for inviting
And
us.
Sophia,
Yes.
thank you very much for coming and
Right.
You're
talking
welcome.
about your book.
Yes.
And we will.
Thank you.
We will do what we can to
I
promote.
appreciate your courage.
Right.
I appreciate your. I don't know how you definitely have an
that.
old
Pizzazz.
soul.
She's
to
got the
me.
pizzazz.
She's
got
got
the
some
old-
pizzazz, but she's got an old soul in my book. I've met many people in my life. I was a radio DJ for 8 years, and we've of course been doing this for a long time. And I've met thousands of people in my life, and I have daughters older than you.
That's the air.
Yeah, the
Don't
air.
worry about the air
I have
conditioning.
daughters older than you, but you come up here and you showed yourself, and I mean, you just there was no hesitation, and that's hard. That's hard. That's I mean, to be on a podcast and to be on TV and to be on YouTube, and you've just I know you believe in this. And you believe in yourself, and your mom believes in you, and I love that. So thank you so much.
I
for
really
coming
hope
here
you're
to
a
us.
proud mama. I already
Yes.
know that.
I
It
am.
is great
I
to
am.
see
I
you
am.
again, girl. Thank you very much.
It was good to see you.
Well, all right, that's us.
That's it.
Y'all be real and come on back.
Come on back. Be real.